I'm Ben Humber, rage angler and predator addict. I've caught fish right across the country. There's no species I won't target and no tactic I won't apply to catch them. I love a challenge, and that's exactly what the plan is here. This is your chance to set me a fishing mission. Welcome to Rage Mission Impossible. Let's do this.
Morning, I'm Steve Phillips, Media Manager for Salmo and Rage, and this guy on my left here is Ben Humber, Consultant and Predator Aficionado. Probably a good title for you, isn't it?
Many names, Steve. I have many names.
Okay, so the reason we're here today is we've got a mission. We've got a mission for Ben, a mission impossible. The first one of many, hopefully. Ben doesn't know what it is yet. We've brought him out into the middle of the Dorset countryside, so he's getting a bit of an idea of what might be going on, but he doesn't know what species we're after, he doesn't know what lures we're using, doesn't know anything. Basically, the premise is this: we set this chap a challenge. It could be anything. This challenge that we've got in this specific envelope was set by a guy on Facebook a while back, and I'm hoping it's not going to prove too difficult for him, but we don't want it to be too easy either. So the simple thing to do would be to give Ben the envelope to open up and read and see what it's all about.
Oh, it feels like my birthday. I love it.
Yet, mate.
I love it. I love it. All right, hold on.
So,
let's have a look. Mission impossible. Your mission, should you choose to accept it. No, I don't actually. I've just seen a glimpse.
Mate, you signed up for this.
In one session, using only one individual lure of your choice, catch 3 species of predator, rigging the lure differently for each species. Okay, so I've got one lure.
Yeah.
Same colour. Can I change colour?
Nope. So one lure, one size, one colour. You can have as many of that same lure as you want.
Right.
So if you went for the 55 gram rep in Supernatural,
oh yeah, I'll catch loads of species on that. Yeah.
In the Supernatural roach or something, that's it.
Yeah.
You can have as many of that type of lure as you want.
Right.
But you can't change colour, you can't change size, and you can't change pattern of lure. So you've got a big decision to make, because
a little decision, because I need to go small.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, because otherwise I'm not going to catch different species.
Well,
so okay, catch 3 species of predator, rigging the lure differently for each species. Yeah. Oh god. Well, jig head. Jig head,
drop shot.
Jig head, and jig head. Yeah, no, jig head, drop shot, and maybe, I don't know, maybe even something like Texas, or is it that? So Texas or Weedless or Carolina or something like that, or something.
All that stuff.
Okay, all right. Well,
you could even free line it if you wanted to on a
freestyling.
Yeah.
Well, we're on the Dorset Stour. I've fished this river a lot over the years, so I know the river. We need to go for, and it's summer, so I need to go for chub, pike and perch. Chub are going to be the hardest.
Yep.
It's first thing in the morning. As it warms up, they're going to definitely be loitering around the shallows and visible, and I should be able to sight fish for them.
Yep.
Is my plan. Perch should be okay. Perch should be okay.
You should be able to catch a perch.
Yeah, but then pike, because I'm thinking spiky micro fry. That's what I'm thinking.
Straight away, yeah.
Yeah. But then I'm thinking about.
Don't shoot your bolt to him. You might want to change. You might want to change that. At some point.
All right, I'll accept the challenge anyway, because I'm here and I'm not driving home. Okay. It's too far. I'm not going to go fishing. and I will do my best, and I will do my best to complete this. And Chub is going to be the one. There's been a bit of rain in the river because I've already had a look. Oh, that's it. Challenge over.
Challenge done.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to get started, I think.
Yes. Right. Cool. Let's get going.
Thank you very much. Just let me hang in. I didn't even want that. I was going to shake your hand. Just don't worry. The moment's gone. So I've had my challenge, and now comes the challenge of trying to find out which lure is actually going to be most suitable. So I've got to try and think about a lure which is going to catch a perch and a pike, or a chub and a pike really, because the chub and the perch should be very similar types of lures to be able to catch. And that's okay, you can catch them on bigger lures and things, but I think I need to go small so that I can target smaller fish, because there's no point this isn't about big fish today. This is about trying to catch 3 different fish on the same lure of the same size. So I've been through the tackle boxes. I think I've narrowed it down. I did start looking through this one, which is like my middle size lures, but they're a bit big. I want bites really. I'd catch loads of fish on them loads, but it's going to be tricky. So I put that box away, and then I've gone on to my smaller ones here. So I'm thinking probably we do something like a micro fry and the little stickleback. Micro spiky screams, I'm going to catch you fish to me. I use them an awful lot. Or you've got the micro grub tail there, the micro grub. I mean, again, that can sometimes lift fish. You've got that tail kicks out so much vibrations. So I was torn, to be honest. I'm going to go for a 2 gram jig head rather than a 1. I think that just gives me the distance. I'll be able to get it underneath the trees a little bit more, and they give it a good plot, which chub love. When it goes in, they usually home in on that plot. So I think that's what I'm going to go for. And even though I've said hot olive in micro spiky, I think I'm going to go for lemon tiger in micro spiky. See how I get on. Hopefully I can get my first species out of the way, because I've seen a couple of chub. And they were just literally down here. Only small chub. I should be able to just sight fish for them if I can see them again. Yep, there's one. Yep, there's one. Okay. Okay, let's have a go for this. Let's see. Probably get one chance, because if I miss it or mess it up, they're just gonna go. Oh, I want to try. Oh, that's a bit better, that chub. Okay, let's have a little cast and just try and put it straight past it. Oh, it's chasing it, it's chasing it, go on. Go on, it's chasing it. Oh. Oh. I wish you could see this. There's about 3 or 4 chub down there. They're not interested. No, this is going to be very tricky. Normally with chub like that, when they're kiting around and moving around, if they want it, they'll take it straight away. They're not like perch, I find, that you can kind of annoy them into it a little bit. If they want it, they hear the plop and they're straight on it, but they showed no interest at all, apart from a little follow. Now not even a follow. I thought I was going to get a first chub and tick off one of the trickier species, but nope, there's absolutely nothing. And they spooked and they've gone. And there, little ones. Wait. I've just seen 3 chub. I thought I might have a chance of these 3, because there was 3 fish together, and that means they've got to compete a little bit. Yes, I've got a fish. Be a chub. Oh, come off. No, it's on. Oh, what is it? It's a perch. Wrong species. No. Perch love me. And I love perch, but I want a chub. Oh, it was right where they were as well. I thought, oh, that's it, I've got a chub. Damn, that would have spooked him anyway. Oh, and the lure's bent. Ah. Oh, gutted. There's 3 chub there like that then, and I thought, I've got this. Steve comes banging along on the bridge with his big heavy feet, and that was it. I had no chance. The only fish I had a chance of catching was a perch, thanks to Steve. Yeah, I'm not sure if it wasn't Steve who did this challenge and he actually wants to win, and therefore he's just got his lead boots on today, so I've got no chance. What's the next plan? I think there's a nice swim behind those trees. It's usually got perch in it. Go and have a little look behind there. See if we can see any fishies. Yeah, let's go and have a look around there. Oh, so we've got another little kind of bridge here, not so much weary, little kind of weary, bit backwaterish. It's very likely that there's going to be some more little chublets, because that's really the one. I'll target a big fish, but chublets, they should hit really, so I'm going to creep down there. Hopefully there's a bit of clear water and hopefully there's a chub. Steve, you stay here. So I'm hoping, keeping the rod high, reeling quite steady, quite fast with the odd little jerk on the rod tip, that if there's any chub up in those surface layers, this is going to be up near where they are. Well, I know that's where they are because you can always see them, but they just don't seem to be switched on at the moment. They might, when the sun comes up properly, they might switch on. So, no chub, couple of perch, not big ones, but perch. There's an awful lot of water in the Dorset Stour. I think there's well over 60 miles of water, so I think it's best that we try another area, maybe another mill pool, something like that, and see if we can target a chub. I think our next one should be. There was chub there, but there was only a couple in there, and they just weren't competing, they just weren't even following the lure. So I want to go somewhere where I can see either one I can put it right on, or where there's more little ones so that they're just going to naturally compete and hopefully I'll get a hit. I'm not bothered about the size, I just need a chub. It's time to go chub hunting, Steve. Are you ready? You stay behind me. A long way behind me. And I might have a chance. Now we're on the move. We've had some perch, not monsters, but perch, still a bite. And I think we're going to go down to another weir pool and see if we can get chub. Pike could be tricky because of the size of the lure I've picked. But micro spiky, they always get seen, they give out lots of vibrations and it's in a bright colour. Although I think for the chub I might have been better off on a natural colour, but I'm not allowed to change the colour. So it is what it is really, and I'm hopefully gonna go down here, walk over, keep Steve well behind me, catch a chub straight away, tick the box, and then move on to get the pike. That is my plan. I love the British countryside. It's beautiful. Ooh, I can see a chub. One chub. A little chub. Oh no, 2, 3 chub. Yeah, I can see a few little chub there. Okay. They don't know I'm here yet, which is always good. I might just ease back a little bit. Oh, there's Steve, look, just sat on my shoulder, trying to destroy my swim before I even start. Bigfoot is back. Right, let's just see if I can get one of these. Oh, they've turned. Oh. They were chasing. No. Oh, it held on to the actual tail of the lure. That is such a chubby thing to do. I've no way to go again, I don't think, after that. Because I can't even see them now, so I'll bring it back a bit deeper and... must have been millimetres away from getting hooked, that fish. And it knew it. So it grabbed the tail. It's not, you can't even see a fish there now. That is so chubby. Going off chub, Steve. Not liking them. They have. Plan C. Plan C. Yeah. That's where they are, isn't it? Underneath those trees. Well, not there. They need to be right back under. Well, I'm giving up on that one. Yeah. Oh, we got a bird nest. Hell of a bird nest. Skills, mate. When you've had as many bird's nests as me, you don't even worry about them anymore. You actually, hey, oh god, a little pluck then. You actually quite look forward to getting them. It's a bit like a Rubik's Cube when I get a bird's nest. I reckon if there was actually an award for being the quickest person to untangle a bird's nest in the world, I'm on it. Seconds it takes me. Sometimes when they're on the way in, I look at them and they untangle. I've got an tangle and it wrapped around the wire. I've got it off now. That wasn't a bird nest, though. That was a snag. Snags are different from bird's nests. Bird's nests, no problem. That one didn't quite land in the water. If you look, there's someone's spinner behind where this is. There you go, that's how you get them out. I'm impressed, aren't you? I could stand here all day getting bird's nests and snags, mate. No problem. Yeah. He's actually no longer with us, Steve. Ooh. Oh, Debbie McGee. So, I'm pretty sure if there was any chub around here, they've gone. So, the last chub I went at grabbed the tail. Another chub folded the tail over onto the hook point. I feel I'm getting closer to a chub. I can't see any where I am here. The sun's still coming up, but what I'm doing, you've got a weir coming into my right, and you've got to try and think about where you normally see chub led up when you can see them. So even though you can't see them, you know where they're going to be led. So really, they don't want to use loads and loads of energy, but they want food to come to them. So they tend to be like just off the edge where you can watch the water come down, and then you get a little bit of a crease, and the food just circulates around. So if you can kind of get your lure to come in through that crease, you should be getting near to chub, and that's the key, to try and think about where they're going to be. I've just sat here just for 5 minutes, because no matter how quiet you are, you know, the fish are zoned into their own surroundings and they hear and see everything. So if you can just sit down for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and then hopefully they either think you're gone or they don't know you're there, and then they might be a little bit easier to catch. And I only need one. I can't see any. I did see one swim past. So I'm going to just try and keep it shallow, cast further down where I can see some, and hopefully they will hit the lure. However, I'm watching Steve and he's watching lots of fish and not even looking at the camera, so I'm thinking that there must be some more chub down there further down the river. So I'm going to try here and then I'm going to creep down there, because I do keep seeing them top just below him as well. So let's see if it's a chub. Really? Oh, mate, a chub just followed that all the way in, about half a pound. He just turned away just there. Yes. Oh yeah, it was a pike. Does that count?
I wouldn't say that counts.
Oh, I ain't counting it then. Well, I said, oh Steve, there's a chub, it's followed the luring, because I caught a glimpse of a shadow like that. And then it turned and went down. So I just lowered the jig head down, let it rest for 2 seconds, twitch, twitch, pull it up and let it go down again, knock. Yes, chub on. And it was a jack pike about that big, which I touched, I held, I unhooked, and I released it very, very quickly. That's what you got to do, you've got to release them very, very quickly.
So you don't want
No. No. So, we are on 2 species. No. But I feel like we're getting somewhere now. You know? It feels like I find the further away from me you are, the more fish I catch, which is nice. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, I'm sure that was a chub. I've just had a chub follow the lure down. Go on, take it, take it, take it, yeah. Is that a chub? Is that a chub? That is a chub, that is a chub. Steve, it's a chub. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, whoa, whoa, that's a chub. It's a chub. What do you mean it lasts? That was easy. Never. You know the one I came at the beginning and I said that one followed it and bent the lure over. When we walked back, the same 3 were there, and I thought, well, he's had to go at the lure once, and he bent it over. And that time he followed it half-heartedly, but I stopped, and he just went down on it. So when he went down on it, I just twitch, and he nailed it.
So
yes, there's that mouth.
That's score 1. Score 1, jig head.
Yeah. Mwah. I love you so much. Fell out. That was lucky. Look at that lovely little chublet. The size of that mouth. Beautiful. A Dorset Stour chub.
Really well
caught on a little 2 gram jig head with a little spiky lemon tiger microfry. Thank you, because that was the one I wanted out of the way. Fantastic.
Cool.
Fantastic.
Flip it back.
I will. Mwah! You little treasure. I'm actually going to put it back in the net, and that's a bit dry. Let me just. It's a bit of a. There we go. Let's put her back in the net. Whoa, there she goes. Get her bearings. Gone. Gonna go and sulk. Woohoo! Challenge stage 1. I've got chub slime on my lips. Stage 1 complete. Now, stage 2. Stage 2 is going to be, I personally think pike are going to be the hardest. Normally I catch pike, I'm alright at catching pike, but I haven't got I've got to put a trace on because I'm going to be targeting pike, so, which is fine, but it's such a smaller, so that I think is going to be my hardest one. Perch, if I can't catch a perch out of the Dorset Stour on some whirlpools, then I will hang up my rods. So I'm alright with perch. I'd like a big one, but you know, such is life. But chub, nailed. Stay behind me, Bigfoot. We can do this together. Best.
So perch, you want the perch now?
Yeah, perch now, and I reckon we fancy another venue?
Yes, let's do that.
I will take you exploring. Okay, let's go. So we're now driving to the perch spot. It's not a perch spot because perch are everywhere and you can catch them everywhere. They're not like, they don't crawl up the line. It can be hard to catch perch sometimes, but they are the same as most species, are everywhere really. But I think just to stay in one place all day would be a bit boring for everyone. So I get my passion, like my drive and my enthusiasm about going to new waters and new bits of water. That's what I like. You know, you can lose focus a bit sometimes. So yeah, we're on the way to the next bit now, which is fingers crossed gonna have some perch. We'll get there. There'll be no perch. Yeah, we'll delete. But no, there should be. I hope so.
Moving on to drop shot now, aren't we?
Yeah, we've got to change tactics now, yeah. So we're going to drop shot for perch. Yeah, I mean, using the same lure. Probably, I'm going to decide when I get there and I have a look at the water, but I might put a tungsten, one of the tungsten beads on the nose. So it gives it a bit of drop, or I might not, and I might class that as a different rig for a pike. I know, because I need a trace. I'm probably going to have to go back to rigging. Oh God, I'm just going to have to think about that anyway. So first of all, I'm just going to get the next hurdle down, and then it gives us a good stint of time for the pike, which I truly believe could be the difficult one. Yeah, we're going to go out there. We're going to have a look. My game plan before I even get there, which you shouldn't really have, is to work the edges and getting that dark water just off the light. You know, they sit in against those walls and they straight out into that light and hit those little fish. So that is my plan, and that is plan. I don't know what letter of the alphabet we're on. I don't know, plan E or F or something. F for fat perch. So yeah, that is the plan. So fingers crossed. Let's see what happens. Oh, blimey, Steve's being positive. Well, I never. So we're down at venue E or F or G or whatever, which it was, and we're going to try for a perch. I've obviously opened this packet once before. It's got a rip in it, and then oh, maybe I haven't. Maybe I was just taking the leads out by the look of it. Have you been in this?
I haven't touched it, mate. I wouldn't dare touch it.
Yeah, you say that now. You wait till we're on letter number N in the alphabet. You'll be all over me like a rash. We're getting there. We're getting there. So these ready packs, they're ready.
They're ready.
Literally, it's in the name. So what we need to do, I'm gonna leave that leader on because it won't make a lot of difference. It's the same breaking strain line and everything like that. So these are the micro kits. So actually they've got there's loads of different size hooks and leader material and everything. These are 1 metre long, and they've got a size 10 hook and little 5 gram weights in there. There's a weight there wiggling around. So this is my way of catching a perch. It's really coloured because of the way we've had yesterday, but I don't know, we should be able to catch one. But so we got a loop at one end, we got nothing at the other end, and a hook in the middle. And when you hold it out straight, you want the hook like that. It's kicking out a little bit, but that'd balance out when it's got a lure on. And it's kicking out the side like that. So just going to do a loop to loop to connect the drop shot rig to the fluoro I've already got on there. So all I've done is an overhand knot. Did you take that rig? I know it's there. Overhand knot. Find the other loop on there. Get off me. And then you just literally thread that through. So it's just running up and down that line there. Hooks are sharp. And we find that other end. And then we can thread that up through. We just got to open it up a little bit for the knot. It's a bit twisted up there. Right, and then once it gets up to where it's going, just make sure they butt up nice. I always give them a little bit of a pull like that, just to triple make sure they're. Yeah. It's good enough to me, Steve. And then have a look in my little box of tricks. Open it up, and what do we have in here? What I'm looking for is a little tungsten drop shot weight, because these are little 3.5 gram ones, and I don't really need a 5 gram one. Yeah, there's a little bit of flow on it, but I am literally going to be fishing right under the rod tip, so these are perfect for what I want. So put that back. Tidy as we go. Now, get to the end, below the hook, and now I think we're going to start off about about 8 inches down, and then gently pull it a little bit into there. You don't have to rip it in there or anything like that, because you do want it to slide a little bit if you snag up or anything. And then that's pretty much how we are. Going to come back over to my jig, just take off the famous chub catching lemon tiger, and then go to my lure, and I'm just going to nick it on for maximum movement, and voila, we have the drop shot lead, spiky lemon tiger, and fingers crossed that is going to catch us, Team Rage, a perch. Ooh. Okay, so I'm in position. Nets at the ready. It's a couple of feet deep down here. So what I'm doing now is I'm just putting the lure in the water now, so I can see what action it's got. So when I get it out there, I can hopefully catch a fish. Okay, I'm going to put it off the edge of that water, and I think I'm just going to slowly work it back. Oh, I think I had a... Oh, there's something chasing it there, some little fish. I'm not sure what they were. I'm going to try in the dark water. I know what... Oh, there's definitely... Okay, so what I've done now is I put one of our tungsten beads on, because I had a few follows then, but I like those tungsten beads because it means I can just basically get a bit more action on the drop off the tail. So I'm going to just work it all the way around down here. Okay, right, I'm pretty sure I know how that's working now. Now I know how it's working. I can put it out, try and get it on that crease there. There's a bit of a crease coming away. And I'm basically sinking, drawing it, lifting it, letting it drop, lifting it, letting it drop. I'm just trying to feel for those little telltale plucks. Come on, perch. Oop, bit of a snag there. Got to be a perch here somewhere. Oh, I saw something then. Yeah, oh, straw. There's something that hit the lure then, and it stopped it from... Oh, the lead's off as well. Damn. So I had a little take off something there. I'm not sure what it was, but as I lifted into it, the lead came off as well. I think it was a little perch. It did look like a little chub though, which is ridiculous really, considering. Alright, let's get it again. Let's get in there. Right, it's just down here, see if I can get it to go again. There's a lot of dark water underneath this little bridge here, so I'm going to try and see if I can find anything under there. It's typical. First thing this morning I wanted the sun out so I could spot the chub. And the sun wasn't coming out properly. And now it's blaring sunshine when I need a little bit of shade to catch a perch. Oh yes! Oh! Oh! I hate fishing sometimes. I literally was thinking, oh, that looks alright to me. It's like jumping up and down, it's bouncing up and down, it looks alright. And just as I saw it, a perch about a pound just came over and just clamped down on it. Just literally, I've just felt it just didn't quite prick the fish and just disappeared. Absolutely gutted. And it shot back out. It came from that fast water there. I need to check the hook's prominent. Yeah. Do you know what? I'm going to bite this lure down. I don't like this, it's too big. That's better. See what that looks like. That's better. Oh, look, there's a perch there. Oh, go on then. Oh. Do you know? Oh, he is. Do you know, I was about to say, that little difference I made then of just biting that lure in half and then just changing how I hooked it on as well, that made so much difference to the presentation of it, you know. Not a huge perch, but on the drop shot, whoa, on the drop shot, whoa, beautiful. That was biting off a little bit of lemon tiger micro spiky, fining it down. That caught that lovely little perch. Whoa, time to put it back. Going up. There he goes. Gone.
Score two for Big Ben.
2 out of 3 challenges. So now we are after Mr. or Mrs. Esox on a new technique with a micro spiky. Yeah. Well, chub completed, perch completed, and now we're going hunting for pike in the middle of the day in bright sunshine. So it's perfect conditions for Mr. or Mrs. Esox. So yeah, it could be tricky. Although I had a pike this morning on a jig head. It was no monster, but it was a pike. So that's all I'm after. I don't care about what size it is. I just want to catch a pike. It can be 6 ounces, it could be 6 pounds. I don't really care, but we just need to catch a pike. So I think we'll go back to where we started, where it all began in the early hours of this morning. And we'll go back there, see if there's anyone fishing. That dictates a lot about where we're going to fish. And I think we'll have a go there. It's worth a go. And then I think it'd be ludicrous not to go back to where we had that little pike. Okay, it was only little, but it did look a really pikey area. So I think we'll do that. That's the plan. So are we going to catch Steve? Am I going to catch Steve?
Yeah, hopefully.
Yay. So being restricted to the micro spiky, there's not a lot I could come up with to try and catch a pike. However, I had to change the rig and I had to incorporate a trace so that I don't get bitten off because I'm purposely targeting pike. So this is what I have come up with. I've got the 6 kilogram 49 strand trace there. Okay, I'd normally use a lot heavier for pike, but it is still wire and it adds a little bit of finesse to such a light lure. I got the 20 pound fluoro up there as well, which is to help, you know, a bit of a rubbing leader. And then I've got a size 2 offset hook. So that's my rig change. That's the offset hook there, which makes it weedless. And that is just a little bit small, that lure, but it does work. It is weedless, it will go down. I did try it in the margins as I do all my lures, and it was a bit of a wet blanket, really, to be honest. So I couldn't get it out, couldn't get any distance and no accuracy. So I put the tungsten bead on the hook there, and it's better. It's not amazing, but it's a lot better. I've now got accuracy, and I think I'll be able to get underneath the trees, whereas that's where I want to be fishing for them. And it's okay. So I'm hoping that this will catch a pike, and if it does, it's mission complete. Fingers crossed. So this is the swim or the area we started off in first thing this morning. Seems a very, very long time ago, to be fair. We've covered a lot of water, and I've done an awful lot of casting, and I've seen a lot of fish, and I've lost a lot of fish, and I've caught some fish, but you know, it's pike now. So hard to decide. This little fish following that in. It's so difficult to rig this little micro spiky with a trace on and try and specifically target pike. Obviously I had one early this morning which, if I had a trace on and I was going for jig, I would class as legit, but I was going for chub. So yeah, it's one of those ones really. It is just a tricky one. And now I've got a setup which, you know, I'm fairly confident in it. If it was about 5 o'clock this morning or 8 o'clock tonight, when the predators are a bit more switched on maybe, but it looks all right in the water. It's got a little wiggle to it, the tail goes, got a little bit of colour, a little kind of pinky red into it, and yeah, it's not too bad, so you know, staying positive. And this swim is, you know, if I have to go anywhere during the day to try and find them, try and find pike, at least this swim here has got some shade, some lilies, and it's also got what I call the cabbage leaf underneath the water as well, so all those kind of different styles of lilies underneath there, and it's great habitat for them. And ultimately, if they see a 3mm and it's going over their head and they've got a bit of shade where they're led up, I'm hoping that one will just come out and hit this little lure. Steve! Yes. Ah, I done it. Mission complete, mate. It went straight into all of those cabbage leaves down there. It's not the biggest pike I've ever caught, but it's mission complete, mate. Oh my God. First of all, it went solid and I thought, oh, I've just snagged in the side of those lilies. See the lilies out there just by the tree? I just off the edge of that tree where it's in no shade. And it just went solid and I thought, oh no. But it was weedless, so I couldn't understand. And then I just felt that knock. And the next thing you know, it just ripped up through all the lily beds in there and came straight in. Yeah, it's no monster, but it's mission complete. Yes. Wow, let's get out and have a look at her, yeah? Yeah, she is. She's eating a mouthful of cabbage. Yeah, and hang on, you can probably see the lure there. You should be able to see the lure there somewhere.
Yeah, just so it's legit.
Yeah, because I know you won't believe me.
No.
Oh no, look! It's come off where you can see the hook.
What?
Yeah, you can, the lures. I think the lures come off in the fight, but you can see the weedless hook. Oh no! Yay! There it is. The concoction. You wouldn't have believed me otherwise. I know that. Yeah.
Just about held on.
Yeah.
Good work, mate. Right.
Thank you. Jeez. Well, here we go. Not the biggest pike I've ever caught, but very, very welcome. Caught on a little kind of rig which I made up as I went along, and I haven't actually used before. And this little pike here might not look much, but it's actually mission complete. I'm over the moon with that one. I'm going to slip her back and let her go back to underneath that tree, just where I caught her in the shade, which is where you'd probably expect them to be this time of day. So over the moon, mission complete. There she is, just holding her by the base of her tail there, just to let her get her energy back. Well, there she goes. Lovely. Mission complete. I shall nearly look forward to the next one.